Thanks, Robbie. Hello and welcome to RollxPlay, where we roll dice and play games. But today, we're not rolling dice and playing games. In fact, we're going to be talking about rolling dice and playing games in the near future. Now, stay with me, bear with me, hold your horses. We have both myself, Max, and as well, this side, we have Robbie as well, to bring some announcements to you. So, we've been kind of cooking a little bit in the background at RollxPlay Industries, whatever you want to call us. And we
TM.
have TM, yeah, we got to try and copyright these things before they happen. But what we've been doing is planning ahead to the future. Now, that is a very rare thing to do for us. We typically are very in the moment, but this time we have a very important announcement, some fun news, we'll say. So,
Yes.
beginning in September, throughout the month of September, in fact, we will be doing, instead of our normal campaigns, we're going to be doing some one shots. We're going to be doing some one shots throughout the week of the beginning of the week, middle of the week, and towards the end of the week, towards the end of the month, I should say,
Yes.
throughout September. Games hosted by both myself and Robbie. The two of us are going to be GMing some both D&D games, both games set in worlds that we've already established in our campaigns, but also some kind of side games, such as different modules that we'll be playing and testing out in new worlds that we've not explored before. So there's some fun things on the horizon, and we're going to go through those now. So, starting in the first week of September, we have two games. In fact, we have one on Tuesday. All of these time slots are the same as what you're normally used to, so you can check the description to find out when these will actually be on and hosted. But we'll be
Yep.
streaming live, and the videos will be going up straight away afterwards. So you can join us for those live. Um, is there anything you want to say, Robbie?
We'll probably post a schedule as well with all of the one shots. So you can be prepared, grab your snacks and know when to arrive to whichever one shot floats your boat because they'll be very different, I believe, in their tone and theme and TTRPG. But to not spoil too much, Max. Go
Yes.
ahead.
So as we go through these announcements, so we're going to start off with three games that I'll be hosting towards the first half of the month. So the first one will be on Tuesday, the 2nd, between 8 o'clock and 11 o'clock. But again, down in the description, you'll find all the information. This one is titled the Feywild Sentiment Collectors. So what is this story about? What will we be diving into? So in the pre-established world of Kurthiek that we have two concurrent campaigns running in, we're going to take a sneak peek behind one of the planes, one of the planes that surround the world, specifically going into the Feywild and how their ecosystem of sentiment actually works. So we'll be following the party members as they collect essentially overdue tax, their tithe that
As
is
you do.
as you do. So they'll be collecting different types of sentiment. This can be happiness, fear, loathing, lust. We'll see how that goes. We'll see what happens. We never know with the party members now. So it's going to be quite a chaotic one. Very social, very sort of RP heavy, I will say. And it should be very quirky and fun, especially if you're kind of light-hearted and you like a bit of a less sort of fight-orientated and more whimsy. This is probably going to be the one shot for you to join. So keep that in mind. Tuesday the 2nd, that's when we're going to be going live with that. The next one we have to announce is that same week on the Sunday, again, following the same slots as we normally do. So Tuesday at 8 o'clock, Sunday at 2:30. This is all GMT plus 2 at the moment. I know, time zones. Who could have thought? But the second one, we'll be focusing in Kurthik again, but now instead of following the concurrent timeline of events that are taking place in both of the campaigns of Threads of Chaos and Still Hearts, we're going to actually take a step backwards in time and look back about 9,000 plus years ago to when the actual gods were still walking around the land. The land was still wild and untamed by people or the gods themselves. and it's going to be exploring a very sort of divine orientated sort of outlook on how the world functions, and it'll be a period piece, kind of a look back through a window of what the world was before advancements in technology and different sorts of powers started to influence. So, very divine heavy, and we're going to be following the party as they explore these untamed lands, leaving the safety of Elsora to kind of embark and find new settlements for expansion and for people to actually live. So, that's going to
I
be a very
won't.
interesting one.
Yeah, I won't be able to join for this one, but I'm very excited to listen to it or watch it while it's happening. Very, very lore heavy. Very
Yes.
interesting.
It's going to set up a lot of the core ideas and as well the sort of thinking and thought process that the gods have and their sort of turmoil, because we'll be interacting with them directly because they are technically people in this world. In back
Yeah.
when they were around, they're going to be walking around. You're going to speak to the Raven Queen, speak to Moradin, Sahanin, all of those that are just kind of out and about and talking to their followers and ushering this new wave of creation into the world. So yeah, it'll be a shame that you're not there, Robbie, but I'm sure my DMs will be spammed as
Yes,
things get
probably.
mentioned. That one's going to be, if you're a keen watcher and you've kind of watched other sort of Kurthaic stories, this is going to be kind of like a little treat for you to kind of see the behind the scenes and where things stems from, really. And who knows, maybe we'll find out who Travis Villar actually is. But no guarantees. The final game that I will be hosting will be the following week on the Tuesday the 9th at 8 o'clock. We're going to be focusing on something different. So, my normal setting of Kurthaic, we're going to be taking a kind of a back seat with that one. We're going to look elsewhere in a different world. And following in those footsteps, also a new system, one that's recently come out. So we're going to be exploring the world of Harafar, and in this setting, it will be based in Daggerheart. So Critical Role's new TTRPG that they brought out not too long ago. We're going to be taking a little step into that. It'll be a very light adventure, very social. None of us are truly adept at the system yet. We've all focused on D&D, but we are excited to kind of dive into this new way of playing the game. I've read a little bit before kind of announcing the game to everyone, and it seems very fun. The kind of like fear and hope mechanics that are involved add to that social element, which will cause this very low level sort of adventure to be a bit more intense as well in those moments of kind of daringness and fighting against some kind of something. I don't want to spoil anything,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
the story itself is going to focus on a very small tribe in the Harafar Mountains, and they are all musically developed. They all use their abilities and magic through sound, and it's going to be. I've kind of said this to Robbie outside of other people's ears. It feels like it's going to be like a musical, sort of.
I sure hope it's gonna be. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh no, what have I done? Okay, so I've got to have some lemon drops. Okay, I've got to
Lots
like
of tea
practice.
beforehand.
Lots
Yep,
of tea,
yep.
lots of tea. Okay, well that
We
might have. Go on, go on.
No, I was gonna say we do all of our scales before the session together.
Yeah, exactly. Just go. Okay, harmonize, harmonize. Ah, no, you faltered. It's gonna be something like that, I'm sure.
Oh,
Um,
100%.
especially since you told me that one of the players that are joining actually has like music lessons. It's
Yeah, so Petra, if you're seeing this somewhere in the future, we apologize in advance for our horrible musical skills.
But now that I know that, I'm definitely going to be leaning into the musical element, so that'll be fun. But it's definitely going to be a story of small heroes trying to rise up from new sort of dangers that present itself to this small tribe. So it'll be a very, very interesting, small, little, cute story, and yeah, filled with music. So we'll see how that goes. And that's pretty much all the games that I'll be GMing during the month of September. So I'm going to pass it over to Robbie, who has some games that they will be hosting as well, which I'm very excited to see.
Yes. I will be hosting two games in the late part of September, and both of them will be kind of following in the last game's footsteps with different TTRPGs. The first one will be Monsterhearts. With the one shot called A Homecoming to Remember. To those not familiar, Monster Hearts is a kind of powered by the apocalypse system, so it's a lot more RP focused. But with there's a shift coming from like medieval fantasy to now more like modern time, like 80s sort of kids on bikes sort of thing, except with some darker elements. With teenagers who have found themselves a week before their homecoming party, as certain little mysteries start to pop up around the school, and we'll see how they deal with the supernatural elements of it all and the drama part of their teenage lives combined. So it's kind of a bit of horror, a little bit of drama, a little bit of mystery. But with players being and knowing them, there'll probably be some comedy in there too. So very messy. I think that's a good way to describe it. Very
It's
messy.
going to be a lot of teen drama. I can already sense
Oh,
it.
100%.
Some
That's like the whole thing.
some players just have like that built up energy inside of them that they've always wanted to get out. So I feel like this is going to be an excellent avenue for them to just let out their inner like turmoil. Um,
100%. The whole deal with Monster Hearts is that everyone is some sort of supernatural being. Whether that's more like literal with being a vampire or a werewolf, or like a queen bee who is this like person who has like social power that kind of leans into the supernatural almost a little bit. Depends how you want to take it, but yeah, everyone will be revealing it slowly throughout the game. What have they picked? So we're gonna keep it a secret.
I'm very excited to see the stereotypes that are going to be leaned into this because this is like your classic American teenage drama, your Teen Wolf, your kind of a bit of like
Yeah, yeah.
Stranger Things sort of vibe with the kids on bikes, ET. So it's going to be fun to see who leans into what. Because I can just imagine some people playing the nerd character and the jock. It's going to be a little bit. Oh,
Somebody said I forgot who it was from one of my friends. It was like so Scooby Doo but PG-16. And I was like, well,
they aren't
you're
wrong.
not wrong.
They're not wrong.
You're kind of not wrong. If the Scooby Gang was also monsters themselves, yeah, kind of there. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting. But kind of on the other spectrum, we have the next game, which is the TTRPG that we'll be running is Glitter Hearts, which is a little bit more niche. I don't think there's been many people who have streamed the game at least. But the title is versus Wraiths. So Glitter Hearts is kind of like a magical transformation superhero TTRPG. So all the players will be in a team together, kind of employed or gathered by this magical being who has gifted them powers to fight off an invader that has entered through another dimension into their everyday life, into their world. But they have to juggle their secret identity of being a hero and also going to high school. So, funny enough, I've had a poll for where this would be happening, like geographically, as this is set in the early 2000s. And it ended up being indecisive, so it's gonna be an international school, so on an
Oh
undisclosed
no!
island.
Is this going to be like Danganronpa? What is this? It's going to be
No, definitely a little bit more lighthearted. It's based on like
your
um
Sailor Moons, your Power
Sailor
Rangers.
Moons, Power Rangers, like even it does have some of like setups for vehicular superheroes, I think they named it,
So like
which is
Voltron.
like Voltron, yeah, exactly. Where you can even combine all of them into a big ass robot
Yeah.
if you wanted to, which is cool. Or you can just be magical girls.
Can I be the toe? Can I be the toe of the magical giant machine?
Facts. But yeah, it will be interesting, kind of a very good versus evil sort of lighthearted, um, very much like leaning into the aesthetic of the early 2000s and how it was to go to high school then, and all of the trends back then, and how it might reflect your guys's outfits?
I'm
Question
I'm
mark?
very excited to
Combat.
see what people choose to lean on in the early 2000s because there was a lot of styles, and as well, you're going
There
international.
definitely was. But you guys, the cool thing about this TTRPG is that it has mechanics based on relationships
Yeah,
of your
that's right.
character to other characters. So you guys, when it comes to character creation, will need to kind of have a group chat about what you want your team to look like. Because one thing about transformation superheroes, you gotta match.
You gotta, you
You
gotta.
gotta
The
match.
fashion has to be there.
It
You
has to
have to
be
be on the
there.
same level. You
It
can't
doesn't
just
have to be
have.
your typical like magical girl outfit, but it has to match a little bit. It has
Yeah,
to make sense.
I love it. I love that we're expanding into these different TTRPGs because it's always something so fun to do to go outside of the norm that we're used to, and just to kind of expose another kind of corner of the TTRPG space that we don't typically have too much eyes on. So that's fun. As well, these two are period pieces, so it's going to be a flash in the pan for a couple of you. And some of you won't even have been born back then.
That's crazy. That's actually
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
I mean, I say the early 2000s as if I wasn't born in the early 2000s. Um, but hey,
yeah.
I think it'll be fun. I remember the aesthetics of that time, even though I was very little. Especially where I'm from, it kind of like took time to catch up on all the trends. So
Frosted tip hair. That has to be there. That has to be. Come on.
the leopard prints,
Yeah, the big
the
hoop
flip
earrings.
phones, the thin
Oh my god.
eyebrows.
Are you gonna have the Nokia in there, the brick phone? You're gonna
Oh hell yeah!
That's gonna be like the ultimate weapon. Fucking
You just
hell.
chuck it at the evil enemy.
That's it.
Oh, that's great.
They're dead. Insta kill. Excellent. Well, that's all of the games that we'll be hosting during September. Um, but as well, during September, not only are we just going to be hosting these campaigns and such, one shots instead of the campaigns, but as well, our typical Wednesday slot that we have curated for kind of your campaign chit chats, we've done a bit of variety things as well during this time slot. Well, we're going to be diving into some games as well. So in September, we're going to be doing some different games, playing with different members of the group of RxP, mixing some of us up as well. So people who you don't typically see together, they'll be kind of playing some games together. So it'll be nice for you guys to see behind the scenes as well on kind of interactions that you don't typically see during the campaigns. Because
Yeah, get to know us a little.
one thing is having Frey and myself on stream. The other is having us, to only us together on stream. That is going to be chaotic. But we have a few games lined up, so keep kind of your eyes peeled on the social media for that because we'll be announcing the days when we end up playing things. But what I can announce is the first one that we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing through Claire Obscure, Expedition 33.
Yeah.
Both myself and Sophie have played through the game. I have not completed it yet, so I've been taking my sweet time because it is amazing. But we have a novice who has not played the game, and that is Roby. So we're going to be basically shadowing Roby as they play for the first time. They've somehow avoided spoilers altogether of this
I
game
have not like I've seen clips and I'm like, nope, nope.
instantly.
I don't want to see it because I've heard good things and I want to play it without any spoilers. I legitimately have I know you've told me about it. My mind has wiped it. I'm like
Yeah,
clean slate.
yeah.
So, but
Try
my
to be very
expectations are
loose.
high because people have praised the game
Well,
and it does look like graphics wise, I've seen some things and it looks pretty good.
Hopefully it lives up to the hype. It should do, but I won't kind of say any more. It is a good game, and if you haven't played it either, join us because we'll be playing through the first few hours of the game, which is pretty much the setup for where the story is going. And if you guys like it, we may continue to do more. We'll see down the line. But yeah, we're going to be branching out this Wednesday slot to doing some of these variety games as well. So we're going to be doing some kind of like Gartic Phone, some party games with more of us. We may do some selected games with just 2 or 3 people. And we're still going to keep to these campaign chit chats as well. They're still going to be a thing we do, but we're just trying to add some things in between as well, just for a bit of fun and kind of a dashing of new paint as well. So we're
Yeah.
not just doing one thing all the time.
And
But
if you have any recommendations for us as well, we'd love to hear your ideas on what you would like to see or talk about. Maybe you would like some kind of chit chats where Max gets to go deep into like lore and world building or like some DMing tips. Um, Whatever you think is a good idea, feel free to comment it down below.
yeah, we always read the comments. We're always happy to engage and kind of provide something that you guys want to see. So any engagement that you give us and telling us what you prefer to see from us, especially since we all come from different sort of mindsets, we all have a different way of telling stories and DMing, especially. Both myself and Robbie have different styles of DMing that we do, and we can always kind of help out, and we're always happy to learn more as well. So if there's any suggestions, please feel free to add comments down below, and we'll be sure to read them. But that's pretty much for announcements, right, Robbie?
Yeah, I
There's nothing
think
else I'm
that's
missing.
everything. Yeah, there is more. We can announce more announcements that
That's
will
right.
come a bit later. So look out for that because there are some things that we'll be announcing, some big changes. And I'm very much looking forward to implementing said changes. So look out for that. But I think other than that, we've said everything.
Yeah, pretty much. So, as Robbie alluded to, we're going to have another announcement later on in September after all of these one shots and things, because we are having a slight hiatus from our campaigns, as you can notice from all of these one shots we're doing. We can't run both simultaneously, that would be mad. And not like we're already crazy. So many games. I don't even know what day it is, Robbie. Can't believe we're in
If only you
August.
didn't have to work.
August. Oh my God. We're going into
It is
September.
end of August.
Oh,
Jeez.
we got to think about the Halloween one shot as well. Shit. I know what I'm
Sorry to
dressing up
remind
as
me.
already. I already know.
Oh god, I didn't even think about my costume. Oh shit. I
Yeah.
promised that I would dress up as Ven in the next one.
That's right. That's right.
Well, that's something you can also look forward to, I guess.
Painting skin blue. That's going to be
I've done it before. I'll do it again.
okay. It's going to be like that episode in, I think it was Community, no, not Community, Arrested Development, where a guy paints himself completely blue, head to toe, and it's like dyed, so he can't take it off.
I'm just gonna wear long sleeves and you will not be seeing my hands the entire stream.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, it
fine.
sounds about right. Yeah, you're just going to do the neck up. That's it.
And then blue gloves and that's
And
it.
some horns. You got to have some horns.
I will have to make that. Oh my god.
Unless you have the cat ears still. But you've lost those.
Yeah, I don't know where they went.
Shame. Shame. But those are some things to look forward to in the rest of the next couple of months as we look forward to bringing these stories to you, because we are excited. We're happy to do these. We're also, this sort of announcement is here to just tell you that these one-shots, they are user-friendly. You can just watch them without needing to kind of know everything else beforehand. You can jump in, get a style and a feel for how we play things. And yeah, if you like it, then there's campaigns
we
out
rope
there
you
for you.
in.
Exactly. This is the gateway drug. You're gonna
This
find
is the
out
hook, and then we lure you in.
hook, line,
It's
and sinker.
over
We got it,
before you even
boys.
realized. You're
then
already a fan.
then you're 500 hours in, just like us. So, yeah, eventually, one day we'll get there. But yeah, that's pretty much all of our announcements. Stay tuned. Don't forget to kind of follow us on Instagram. That's probably the best place to find out when we're going to be going live, streaming, when videos are going to be posted, etc., etc. So be sure to follow that. And as well, we're always on Twitch and YouTube when we stream. So follow those as well if you want to keep up to date whenever we do post a video live. But yeah, that's pretty much it from us at RollxPlay. Thank you very much for watching this announcement video, and we'll see you in the one-shots and perhaps the rest of the campaigns. See you
Yeah.
soon.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.